Hey all, Chachanator here today with another 1v1. This is another matchup from the tournament Civ Wars, and this is the second game being played between the Japanese and the Slavs. And I am going to give spoilers away. This is a tournament, so if you wish to watch these games in order, then you're going to need to click away, and if you just go to the playlist, you should be able to see all the games in order. They should all be listed from game 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. I think this is game 11. Anyway, I'm going to assume you've clicked away already. This is the second game, as I said before, and in the first game, you saw Chobarba winning as the Japanese. So in this next game, it's going to be Chachanator playing as the Japanese, and Chobara will be playing as Slavs, as we switch civs every now and then if you haven't caught on by now. And yeah, and again, all the rules and whatever can be seen on the seen in the link that will be in the description below. I was pointing to the screen like y'all can see. Anyway, it'll be in the description below, and you can click on that for more information on Civ Wars, or just to see the bracket. It's all right there. And anyway, let's go ahead and check out the maps real quick. You see Chachanator here with a map that's actually, you know, for Arabia, it's not the worst. A wall off here and here could protect this gold, main gold in the back. However, that is quite a distant wall off and a little ambitious in my opinion. You can see these berries here on the front with the deer nearby. Putting a mill right here will allow these deer to be gathered really easily for just the price of 1 mill. Although I am playing as Japanese, so those mills are half off. So going for deer as Japanese is usually a great idea. Just going in for that first lure. Continue looking at the map. Wood not so great. Here's the backwood here. It's could have been a really good wood patch had this oasis not be here, but it is. So what are you gonna do? Wall off here, or perhaps here. Remember to put your palisades on these oasis, because you know, it's an easy thing to forget to wall. And yeah, that's pretty much the map here for Chachanator. Actually, not the worst map in the world. Other than the wood, it's actually a pretty decent map. This gold being here on the side could be easy to put a TC on there. No real hills around it. Secondary gold off to the side, and the secondary gold, the other secondary gold is also off to the side. So all the resources are pretty well safe. Chihuahua, on the other hand, he's got this map here. He's got pretty great wood actually. He's got a lot of good wood to chop, and even into the late game he can be safely chopping this wood in his back. These deer are a little far away. He could lure them if he wishes. However, when you do go to lure, you will obviously lose on scout time, because you'll, you know, obviously be using your scout to lure those deer in. You can see Chobarba sending 1 villager to gold, and he has the 4 villagers on wood, so he could be going for a drush. And it's now 6:30 in. You can see Barracks going up for Chachanator, and not seeing one for Chobarba yet. He could go for one. He almost has enough wood. He just did a forced drop off. I'm assuming he's going for that. He really needs to micro these villagers better. Have some wood choppers over on this side, and these villagers. See, there's a lot of walk time. Yeah, he just moved them. Now this guy's idle, but really sloppy actually. But he does have enough wood for a barracks, so we're going to see if barracks go up. I don't know, we'll check. Gold's in a good spot. It's really close to the TC and also off to the side, and it's to the side that's further away from where Chachanator is located. Simple wall off here, or even just walling off here to the TC will help protect all that. Build your military buildings here. And another wall off from here to this TC will help protect all this area too. So Chobarba can wall off really easily, although he is really open on the front. He could make a pretty small walls to help protect at least in the early game. His secondary gold's off to the front, stone here, other stone in the front, and his other secondary gold is way the far over here, so not going to be good for him if this game goes to the late game. You see that Drush now coming forward for Chachanator. Japanese have a very good Drush. Not their attack bonus, their 25% attack bonus, doesn't really come into effect until Feudal Age. However, with those buildings that are 25 or 50% cheaper for the lumber camp, mill, and mining camp, they can help you get that barracks up a lot sooner. And Chobarba, has he seen that the Drush is coming? No, but he does know it's coming. He went ahead and walled this up. Perhaps he scouted the main gold and saw I took 10. No, he hasn't. So I guess he just knows. Maybe he saw there's 4 villagers on here. Just finishing up those deer. This stone's in quite a bad location, and as Japanese, it's not the biggest deal. You can see Chobarba now going in for a wall off here. I see he's going for this wall off, and let's now he's up to the Feudal Age, so didn't go for the Drush obviously, even though he had kind of a setup for it. Even took the 10 gold, and just not getting that up. So you see, I had that scout in there to delay that villager from walling this up, and it worked exactly how I wanted it to. Chobarba just seconds away from getting that house up, didn't quite make it. And then a quick palisade here, he would have been safe, and these militia would have been pretty much useless. They could have come over here and harassed the berry villagers, but it's pretty close to TC. Just going to kind of micro this, keep the arrows from hitting the army, and having him focus fire on that scout. So you see Chobarba now going to go into wall this, and these militia just walking past this archery range from going up. It would have been great to have caught that going up. Chachanator now going up, obviously a little later, going up on 30 pop. About 26 villagers, but obviously later due to this Drush. Chobarba just finishing this archery range, and these villagers are going to be caught out a little bit, but not really a big deal. Just going to take some extra damage. And he's going to need to start going for this gold if he wants to make archers. Let's see what Chobarba's doing. Yes, he's going archers, and he should just send this archer out. Don't leave it in your thing. And one archer micro can do a significant amount of damage to these militia. You know, they only have 40 hit points and 4 attack and 1 pierce armor, so really not that great. You can see Chachanator now coming forward with these 3 villagers. I saw that this Drush was being very successful, so also I knew that little lumber camp was up there because I saw that these trees were chopped. So when you see chopped trees, you know something's going on over there, and that can be a good giveaway. See, Chobarba just kind of walling this up just to keep these militia away. And does he have another archer yet? No, really slow getting that military out. You see Chachanator now. I know this Drush has been really successful, taking minimal damage, so I went ahead and upgraded him to man-at-arms. In fact, I think I'm even making another one and sending it over here. I'll check that in a little bit. And now just building these archery ranges forward, and I'm going to just start making well, skirmishers or archers. I'm going to go for archers. You can see I don't have a whole lot of food, and I have mostly wood and gold, so I'm set up very nicely to be making, yeah, there's that man-at-arm coming forward. Set up very nicely to be making archers, so that is what I'm going to go for. And getting housed there, which is of course never good. Chobarba, what's your plan? He's got to deal with this somehow. These villagers are going to come up and throw a tower up on this stone, and had it been built a little closer, it would have gotten on this gold as well. These man-at-arms just kind of bugging out. I told them to attack this villager, and this is what they do. But I need to get them forward and help deal with this anyway. Chobarba, having a decent amount of military there, he needs to micro away from these man-at-arms, and sending all these villagers forward. He made a mistake of sending weak villagers forward. He probably just grabbed a bunch of villagers off the farms, which are typically your weak villagers, and he needs to micro this a little better. He needs to do hit and run, and he's going to take too much damage. These man-at-arms will do great up close, but he took a lot of extra damage there that he really never had to take. It's going to be hard for him to micro this anyway against archers and man-at-arms. You see that second man-at-arm coming forward. And this villager kind of just chilling here. Don't have murder holes, so she's actually safe until these guys all come over here and decide to shoot her. And that might be a second villager dead for Chobarba. Tower now shooting at her, and she's gonna die. Archer's coming forward, forcing Chobarba off gold. He was trying to build this tower. It's actually a good location for it. The problem was it was just, well, I mean, it was just out of range of this tower. However, you know, obviously having these archers up here, I was able to just shoot them. This militia just wanted to take that damage like a man. He just wanted to just tank the damage. He was obviously chasing a villager to the TC, and the villager jumped in, and they just shot him to death. And Chobarba, unfortunately, not finishing this wall here. He did finish this wall back here, and he will also finish it with these houses. So these villagers will be safe to chop wood relatively. You can see there is a hole back here. Does Chobarba know that? No. Although he's about to find out, because the archer's going to walk right through it. And, oh, he did finish this. So, going to be safe-ish for now. However, he's losing a ton of map control. He's going to lose another villager here on the side. Yes, he will. He's going to lose 2. Not quite. Having to make another lumber camp, so kind of a waste of wood. Although Chobarba has plenty of wood, he needs more farms. He needs to start seeding some farms over here, although that house is in the way. And again, if he was to wall this off here, he would have secured more land. But as is, he's going to have to deal with this. Chachanator now walling in this archery range just to keep it from... What happens when you try to build a house on top of something that's not built yet? So I'm going to build a palisade wall here. Chobarba building a market just to help balance his eco. He sees these archers coming forward, but they're going to pick a few villagers. There's 1, there's 2, and forcing him off stone. However, Chobarba does have quite a bit of stone. He can afford to make a few towers, and oh, just goes away. Okay, that's what I thought. Just curious. And Chobarba is going to see this is getting walled up. Yeah, and he's going to get a skirmisher out, and that villager's going to kind of just sit there and be like, yeah, I don't remember what I was doing. So it's not going to quite get walled off. Although that villager is stuck, or archer is stuck, he's just going to die real quick. And Chobarba getting that tower up, so that's good for him. And I'm just going to garrison some archers in here, just to keep, just to, you know, have extra arrows shooting at it. Just keeping these villagers busy, mining the stone over here, and keeping my ranges producing. Obviously, when you go forward like this, oh, these archers ran into this tower right here. Chobarba throwing 2 towers up just to help protect, although a wall would still be good. And getting housed again for Chachanator. 58 population for Chachanator. Chobarba only on 36, so really not looking good for him. These villagers coming forward to build another tower here. I thought Chobarba, oh, not Demolu. I thought Chobarba had villagers on this wood line, but he obviously does not. Yeah, not looking for good for Chobarba. Perhaps he would do good to make some skirmishers or something. Right now he's not really making much of anything, but he doesn't really have the food for it. Lots of wood. He could sell some wood and use the gold to buy archers. Skirmishers should probably be better though, because it's going to be hard for him to outmass the archers I have. You see that villager was stuck behind this lumber camp. And Chobarba going to cleverly wall this in, so these archers are going to be stuck. Excuse me. Tower going to go down for Chobarba, but he saw it, so he's going to repair that. He's got the stone to keep repairing it. These archers coming forward, they're just going to walk right around here because they have found out that that is open, and maybe get some villager picks. These archers are going to try leaving, and yeah, not going to be able to leave, but they are going to pick another villager, and yeah, not going to be getting out of here anytime soon. And these towers just having their little tower fight, and here come these archers forward. Check the pop, 37 for Chobarba and 66 for Chachanator. Chachanator is up to Castle Age. Things really not looking good for Chobarba. Is he up to Castle Age? No, not even close. Does not have the food at all. And Archer's not coming forward into this wood line. Chobarba is going to find out now. He should have gotten a warning, but the problem is he's probably been getting warnings all day. These villagers are coming forward. I see them. I have those archers in there, and they're not going to have any problem just shooting these villagers to death, maybe. see, Trabarba noticed, and over here he noticed this too, but there's no getting away. He had this wall off, and he's gonna lose another villager. He lost one, lost another one. Just lots of villagers being killed for Trabarba. It's actually painful to watch. These archers not taking care of them. They're just coming forward, and they just, you know, they don't really worry about TC fire. But anyway, there's the GG, and you see Trabarba caving into this forward. Probably got away with a lot more there than I probably should have. Had Trabarba walled this off back here, it would have helped protect these villagers. But I mean, at this point, it's already not looking good. Had he walled off here as well, or walled off something like this, as well as having these towers, these archers wouldn't have just snuck by right here, and I killed, I don't know, probably another 3 or 4 or 5 villagers there. And he was already behind, but he was still able to mine gold, and I had too many villagers on wood, but I think he was just having trouble. You see how he just started building all these farms, expanding, so yeah, I mean, just really not a good spot to be in. Really, it was this drush that came in that really messed him up, and you know, his forward, I was already ahead, and the forward just helped me get even further ahead. Had Trabarba been, I don't know, maybe 2 seconds faster, not even, he could have gotten that house up right there, and that drush would have never come in, and I got 2 villagers really quickly on that drush, which is, you know, already a very successful drush right there. And you know, Trabarba just kind of fell behind. He didn't have enough wood to get both his ranges up right away like he obviously wanted to. And then he, after that, I was able to forward him, get this tower up, and he lost, you know, quite a bit of military there. Kind of bad micro, letting those man-at-arms get so close and hit him. But there you all have it. It's a good example of how a forward can work well for you. Of course, had this forward failed and Trabarba had gone forward and walled these archery ranges up, and I mean, had this drush failed even, I would have never forwarded him, and this would have been a completely different game. Because obviously when a drush fails, you are several resources behind, and it can be hard to come back from a completely failed drush. Usually your drush won't fail unless you like run it into a TC and let the TC kill them all and stuff. But anyway, let's check the achievements real quick. Really not much to see. I mean, largest army, obviously, units killed. Those were probably, I don't know, it's probably close to 20 villagers, I would think. Well, if his largest army is 6, yeah, probably close, maybe a little less than that. And see the resources gathered, you know, pretty much all in my favor. And society stats, only 4 more villagers. However, it also should be noted that a lot of those, you know, that was, I think, 75% at the castle age, so there's a lot of villagers that weren't made during that time. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I've been Chachanator, and I will see you guys next time. The next matchup will be, it's going to be Saracens Turks. And yeah, I mean, I was really excited about this matchup, and I really wanted to see the Slavs do well, and I wanted to see lots of infantry duking it out, and unfortunately that didn't happen. In the first game you kind of saw it, but I was so far behind on resources and stuff, wasn't able to really mass that much. And in this game, you know, obviously it ended so soon, you know, didn't really get to see any of that. So yeah, unfortunately, that was just the case. I'm sad to see the Slavs go because I think they're a pretty cool civ, definitely unique. But, you know, it is what it is, and that's the way it went. So, next matchup, Saracens, Turks. I'm really not a fan of either of those civs, but we will talk about them in the next video. And I've been Chachanator. I will see y'all next time.